like, subscribe, and leave a comment. So Jon Jones beats Stipe Miocic, as I predicted. I predicted this. I think the commentators were saying Stipe looked slow. He just didn't look himself. But what I think they didn't mention is they're not talking about what happened in the first round. Stipe was on the bottom in the first round for the majority of the round, getting hit with elbows to the head for the whole round. You could probably give it a 10-8 round, and it could have been finished. It could have been stopped in places. You could have probably stopped it in the first round, but it wasn't stopped in the first round. Jon Jones dominated the first round by a trip when they came into a clinch position. Jon Jones tripped him, and then it was all Jon Jones in the first round, elbows all night long. Second round, it was more of a stand-up affair. Jon Jones was getting the better of the stand-up. He wasn't landing like finishing blows and really powerful punches, but he was landing really nice, crisp ones. Stipe was still fighting back though in the second round too. Stipe did look good in the second round. He looked a bit slow, in fact, but he was landing and trying to come forward. Third round was more the same, clinching. Jon Jones was kicking to the body a lot, hurt Stipe with a left, I think it was a left or a right. He did wince a bit, and he was wincing as well, kicks to the body. Stipe did hit Jones a few times in the face, though. Jones got a bit of a bruise on his face. You don't see Jones bruise or cut really, but he did get a bit of a bruise by Stipe, but he was just landing on Stipe. And what was phenomenal was the finishing sequence. Jon Jones kicks to the body, then he does a spinning back kick to the rib and finished the whole fight. That was it. Ground and pound, and still your UFC heavyweight world champion, Jon Bones Jones. He's the greatest of all time. There is no argument. And for me personally, even before going into this, he was already the greatest of all time. There's a narrative out there that if Alex Pereira comes up to heavyweight, and don't get me wrong, Shama all day, I'm behind Alex Pereira, but there's a narrative that Alex Pereira comes up to heavyweight, and let's say, for instance, he wins the heavyweight title, he's then anointed as the greatest of all time because he's had 3 championships and 3 weight divisions. I don't agree with that whatsoever, because the reason why I don't agree with that, because where was this narrative when you're doing champ? So why wasn't no one said, oh, if you get 2 titles, you're the greatest of all time? No one ever said that. But now you're talking about getting 3 titles. I'm sorry, but you need to have a long, illustrious career like someone like Jon Jones has had to be considered for the greatest of all time. 3 titles are great. It's just an extension to champ for me. It doesn't make you the greatest of all time if you have a titles at 3 weight divisions. In my opinion, numbers count. Title defenses, who have you beat, that counts. And no matter what we say, at the moment, that is Jon Jones. He was never lost. Now he's talking about he's not going to retire. He's going to stick around. There are other fights. What's the other fights? Really, it's Tom Aspinall and Alex Pereira. Dana already said the next person to fight is going to be Tom Aspinall for the heavyweight championship. So that's going to be the next fight for Jon Jones if he's sticking around. So we will see. Alex Pereira, that's a great fight as well. Other than them two, there's no other fights really for Jon Jones. It's going to be Aspinall and Pereira. There's no other fights really at the heavyweight division. I don't think there's even a clear #1 contender. Even that's at the heavyweight division. So the future looks bright. But congratulations to Jon Jones. He is the greatest of all time. There's no debate. If you want to debate me. Leave a comment. We can go back and forth and I'll reply.